Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to show you how you can solve this task that says C variables if, else, and while. Okay, now this is just a part of C programming where you get to understand how to apply if, how to apply else, and how to apply while. So before we proceed, if this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome to Code Planet. Now, do well to hit that subscribe button to stay updated, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you can always be notified when I post new videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys and I love the support. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you forgot to subscribe last time you were on my channel. So let's proceed. Now, this video is about 0 times 01 C variables, if, else, and while. Okay, so let's go. Now, the first thing you do is make sure you go through the resources made available to you. Now, these are the resources made available to you. Okay, when you go through these resources, you are going to understand everything. Now, let's go down. After that, make sure to always go through the general requirements. Now, these are the general requirements you need to understand. Okay, and it simply means that you're going to use your VI or Emacs editor, and there's also application of GCC if you choose to, but it's usually optional. And there will be a README file, so you must create a README, and also you need to understand how to test your Betty style. Okay, so let's go straight. Now, if you've gone through the quiz section and you're having a little challenge solving all the tasks, here is just a little view for you. Question 0, the answer. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, and that is it. So if you're having difficulty completing the quiz session, now this is a guide for you. So let's go straight to the business of the day. Now, always remember that the first thing you need to do when you come to the task session is to come to this part where the instruction of the repo is given. So you are to go through this repo. This is your repository, and then you are to create this directory inside this repository before you start creating your files. So to move from when you open your sandbox, get a sandbox, and then you click on web terminal, it's going to pop up something black like this, but with just the local or root directory. Then you do your cd into the repository, which is this cd this. Okay, and then you have to create this directory inside the repository, just as I have done here. You can see using your mkdir and then the repository, the file or directory name, just as it is here, and then you hit enter. Now it's going to tell you that file exists because I have already created mine. Okay, so at this point, all you just need to do is, this is what you're going to do, mkdir this. Okay, once you're done, then you can do your cd into the new directory you just created. So I'm just going to change this mkdir to cd and then the directory name. Okay, now I have entered that directory, and this is the repository. So we're good to go now. So at this point, I'm just going to do at this point, you can now start creating your files, but the first thing you need to create is your README file, because every project you're working on, you have to give a description of what you are working on. So I'm just going to do ls, which is to list all the files in that directory. Now this ls is to list every file in this directory. Okay, so at this point now, the first thing you need to do is to create your README. Now, how do you create your README? You have to use either your VI or Emacs, whichever one you're most familiar with, then you can do that. So the first thing is to create the README. So you do your VI space readme.md, and then you hit enter. Now, the README file contains the details of your project, what you're working on, and basically the description of the project you're working on. So to start pasting or to type here, first thing you need to do is you hit the I on your keyboard to activate the insert mode. Now you can see there's insert here, so you can type in anything or paste in anything and it's going to be just fine. Once you're done, you hit escape. Now the insert is gone. Then you do your shift colon. Now this is what I mean by shift colon. You have this thing here, and then the next thing you do is you do your WQ, which is write and quit. This is like save and quit. So when you do this, it takes you back to the directory page, your sandbox page. Okay, it takes you out of your VI editor. But since I'm not saving, I'm just gonna quit and it will take me back. So you have successfully, if you did that, then you have successfully created your readme file. So what's the next thing you need to create? You need to start creating each and every file as instructed. So right now we have the first file here, which is this, and you can see I already have it here. Okay, so to start creating this, all you just need to do is read through this part to understand what the task is all about, the script is all about. Then you come here and do your VI space, and then you can type this exactly as it is, or you copy and paste. Okay, so here is 0 dash positive on underscore or underscore negative dot C. Okay, once you're done with that, you hit enter, and this is the script you're going to input right in this file called 0 dash positive or negative dot C. Okay, you can either type it yourself so you get used to typing, or you copy and paste and then take your time to look through so as to understand everything. Okay, so at this point, let's remember you have to hit your I first to activate insert before you can paste or type. Then when you're done, you hit your escape, shift colon, and then WQ to save and quit. Now you have successfully created this file, okay, which is this. At this point, you can run your Betty. You can test your Betty if to know if you actually did the right thing. So at this point, you can just use your direction button, hit up direction, and then slide to this part and then do your Betty space that. And then if it comes out back for you to start typing, then it's good to go. But if it comes with an error, you're going to see the error notification. So Betty says it is good to go. That means we have successfully created this file and everything is intact. So at that point, you can now do your git add space dot, hit your enter, okay, then do your git commit space dash m space, you give your instruction inside. Usually the instruction, I always advise you can just copy this. Okay, when you copy this, you now paste it in here and then hit your enter, and then lastly you do your git push to push it to your GitHub. Now you hit enter and then it's going to push straight to your GitHub platform. So this is how you create a file and push it to your GitHub. Now let me do the second and probably the third one, and then you just use that process to do the rest yourself. Okay, now we are done with this one, and then once you're done pushing to your GitHub, you come and hit your check code. Okay, come back to your task page and hit your check code, and it's going to give you greens, all greens, and trust me, we just got that solved. So we go to the next one, which says last digit. Now at this point, all you just need to do is read through this to understand what the script is supposed to do, and then you come down to this part where you copy this and then come to your sandbox and do your VI space 1 dash last underscore digit .c, and then you hit enter. Now this is the script for this one. Now you might be asking, what is Betty style? This you're seeing here is Betty style. Okay, Betty is where you kind of like give instructions on what it's supposed to look out for and how it's supposed to carry. You can see it says print the last digit of a randomly generated number and whether it is greater than 5, less than 6, or 0. Return always 0. So this is Betty, and this is called prototype. You're going to get familiar with this, but let's leave that for now. And this is the script inside your bracket. Okay, this is the main script. So at this point, you can now remember to type anything here. You need to activate insert mode, and at this point, you hit escape, and then you do your shift colon WQ to write and quit. Congratulations, you just created this other file, and at this point now, remember you can run your Betty to see if you made a mistake in the instruction. So once you run you change that and put Betty and the file name, and it's good to go. That means everything is intact. So at this point, you can now do your git add space dot, hit enter, do your git commit space -m space, you give your instruction in the quotation sign, inside the quotation sign here. So at this point, you can just copy this, paste it inside, and then hit enter. Then once you're done with that, the next thing to do is just to do your git push, and then you hit enter. So at this point, you have successfully pushed this this last digit to your GitHub. Then you come back to your task page, and then you hit your check code. Okay, now let me just do the third one so that for the benefit of those who are not catching up, at this point now, permit me to clear this so we can have a clean working page. Okay, so at this point now, you come to this third one and you copy this, which says to print alphabet.c. So you just do your vi space 2 dash print underscore alphabet.c. Okay, and then you hit enter. So this is the script you are going to type in for this particular file you were asked to create. Okay, so this is called the header, this is called Betty style, this is the prototype, and this, like I said, don't worry yourself about the prototype, you're going to understand what that is. And then this is the script. So when you see char, it simply means character. When you see int, it simply means integer or integer. And then so put char is more like put character. So at this point, we are done with this. So you just hit your escape and do your shift colon and then WQ, which is save and quit. Now you have successfully created this file, and don't forget to do your Betty. Okay, so you just use the direction button, click up, and then slide to this end, take out the VI and do Betty and hit enter. Betty is going to tell you you're good to go. So now you've done that, you do your git add, git commit, and then git push. So now commit -m space, you give your instruction inside. Okay, you understand this part now, after which you now do your git push. Okay, so then you hit enter. At this point, we have successfully created 3 files and we are good to go. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I really love you guys so much. So there will be a link to a file, a link to a document where you guys can access all the scripts, all the codes, or all the scripts, whichever one you call them. It will be right there in the description box. So all you just have to do is copy and then paste, and then also take your time to look through. If you wish to type it out yourself, then you type it out, because that's how you learn. So at this point, guys, let's just do a quick rundown of what you should do and how you should always go about your tasks. The first thing you do is you go through the resources. Okay, now remember where the resources are. Those are the documents or videos made available for you to learn. Now you go to your repo. How do you go to your repo? This is your repo. Okay, you have to go through your repo using your cd space, then you impute this, and then you create the directory using mkdir. You create this directory using mkdir space, then you type this thing out exactly as it is. Then after you are done with that, you do your cd into this directory, that is change directory, into this one. So you are moving from the repo into this one. And then the next thing you do is you create your readme file, this is, ignore this for now. This is for the advanced level as you proceed. So at this point, you now start creating the files using your VI editor and impute the scripts. Now that is where you start creating these files and impute the scripts provided to you right in the description box below. So guys, once you're done, remember to run your Betty. So you type Betty space and then the file name. This is the file name, okay, to run Betty script. After you're done, you now start doing your git add, git commit, and then git push. So that's how you do it. Forget about this part that says create this. It's for the more advanced step. Okay, so you should be more interested in this part. All right, guys. So if this video actually helped you solve this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Remember, we grow together when we code together. So I usually say it this way: when we code together, we grow together, or we code together and we grow together. So guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I love you guys, and if this video helped you, just type thank you, or tell me thank you, or tell me this was nice, it helped me. I really love hearing from you guys. So guys, see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, keep coding. I love you guys. Bye bye.